Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. Thanks for joining in again today. Today, what are we going to talk about? So, today's topic is Zimbabwe's big bet on rail revival. So, what do I mean by that? So, basically, just about the Zimbabwean rail infrastructure they currently have. As many of you know, or don't know, Zimbabwe has a long and storied history with railways. These iron veins once pumped life into the country's economy, but in recent decades, they've fallen into despair. Terrible, terrible despair. Let's rewind a bit. Zimbabwe's railway network stretches back into the late 1890s, making it one of the oldest in Africa. At its peak, the National Railways of Zimbabwe, abbreviated as NRZ, hold a whopping 18 million tons of cargo annually. So right there, that really paints a really big picture about how much productivity the country had once upon a time. To be moving 18 million tons approximately annually, that's a lot of goods. It's a lot of material from various industries, various locations all over the country. So fast forward to the harsh reality of today. The NRZ has reported and obviously stated that the decline they've experienced has been largely to do with the obvious economic decline of the country, competition from the road transportation services like trucks and other modes of transportation via the road, and a lack of investment has taken a toll on the National Railways of Zimbabwe, and currently struggling to move even 3 million tons a year worth of goods. And that is just dismal. And that also paints a picture of the rise and just the fall of the country's national railway system as a service for moving various goods from all over the country. But there's a glimmer of hope on the horizon. Zimbabwe is in talks with a big player, China Railway Group Limited. They're looking to China's expertise and financial muscle to breathe new life into the National Railway of Zimbabwe. So, what's on the deal? What's the deal on the table? Various reports from all over the internet are pretty much just reporting the same thing. So they're all saying about $533 million is on the table, which is a hefty sum of money. The NRZ needs an overhaul for rebuilding the tracks, the trains, signaling systems, the whole package. They need to redo the whole thing to bring it back up to scratch to current modern standards, to be able to transport more things from all the mining stations all over the country. So why China? Basically, the look east policy, which Zimbabwe has pretty much had for a very long time now. China, they're experts at building rail infrastructure. They're no strangers to big projects. China Railway built major lines in Zambia, Ethiopia, just to name a few. Particularly, if you look at like Zambia, they've helped with connecting Zambia all the way up to Tanzania to allow minerals to be transported from Zambia to Tanzania's port in Dar es Salaam. So they're no strangers to this type of work. So things are really moving fast with this particular announcement that's made its way throughout the internet. Apparently, a feasibility report is due by the end of June, which is very soon, and an official agreement could be announced later this year during the China-Africa Forum. So you better be keeping track on that. It might get announced that this is moving ahead, and this could be a game changer for the country of Zimbabwe. This potential partnership is a big deal for Zimbabwe. It will modernize the railway system. Definitely will be a massive game changer, boosting trade, creating jobs, vitalizing the economy. These are all the things that we want in Zimbabwe. But obviously the big challenges still remain, and that is Zimbabwe has a history of corruption, which could derail the project. Zimbabwe already has a significant debt burden, so can they really afford to take on such a massive gamble? And will the project be sustainable? Do we have a clear plan to maintain all this infrastructure once we've upgraded it? Because it's not just I'll build it once and we'll be good to go for generations and generations. We will need to have structured plans in place to maintain, service, and continue to operate all this infrastructure. So I'm curious to know what you guys think. Please definitely let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's get talking about this topic. It's really interesting to me. It's really interesting news, because if we're able to modernize this rail infrastructure in the country, it will change a lot of lives. I think they need to obviously build upon what Rhodesia built when the British were colonizing the country. They need to build on top of what they've already done and extend the network further and further, connecting all the other unconnected areas of the country to help bring more commerce closer to where it's needed the most, particularly connecting more of the country's major mines around the country, giving them access to a network they can haul what they've dug up and what they've processed and what is now ready to be sold on the international market. So, as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Please subscribe. Cheers.